Denny Hamlin is one of the most experienced drivers in NASCAR today. Although he has not won a championship yet, he has won several races and is one of the favorites to win a championship this season. His team, Joe Gibbs Racing, has 3 other cars that compete in the Cup Series, one of which is piloted by Joe Gibbs' grandson, Ty Gibbs. However, the favorite for Joe Gibbs still seems to be Denny Hamlin. Before we get into why Denny Hamlin might be the favorite for Joe Gibbs, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We post the latest news on everything NASCAR. Don't miss out on the action. In the last race in Richmond, we saw Denny Hamlin take the race victory after starting 11th on the grid. One of his teammates, Martin Truex Jr., led the race for 228 laps until he lost his position due to a poor pit stop from his crew. Hamlin's pit stop was a second quicker, which was enough for him to take the lead. After the race, Truex was understandably frustrated. But that did not bring down the spirits at Joe Gibbs Racing. During his post-race interview, Denny Hamlin described his race-winning restart after the caution. "I went right at it, for sure," Hamlin said of the restart. "I did that because I saw those guys rolling to me. The 22 was laying back. The 19 was rolling a couple miles an hour quicker than I was. I wasn't going to let them have an advantage that my team earned on pit road." While Hamlin and Joe Gibbs' racing team were running high from the race win, Truex had a disappointing finish. He only managed to finish 4th behind Hamlin, Logano, and Larson. This was his reaction after the race. "We got beat out of the pits and then, I don't know. He jumped the start and then used me up into turn 1, Truex said. Everyone felt that Denny Hamlin's race start in overtime was jumped. However, NASCAR has reviewed the footage and has come to the conclusion that Denny's restart was legal. But this did not stop Truex from rear-ending the number 11 car after the race ended. Truex felt that Hamlin could have played the team game and at least helped him stay in front of Logano and Larson. The team owner, Joe Gibbs, credited Martin for the hard work he had done prior to the caution. "These things are so hard to win, so when you have an experience the way Martin did tonight to race that hard, at one point when Larson was in front of us on the pit stop, he came right back and got it. He drove his heart out. Then to have a caution, we go that far. With 3 laps to go, it was devastating. We came out of there, came out second on the pit stop. Honestly, that's what I was trying to relate to everybody. You're happy for Denny, certainly, and everything that happened tonight for him. But then you see Martin, how hard he fought for this, how much he wanted it. That's part of our sport. It's really hard." Although Joe Gibbs felt for Martin Truex, who was caught unlucky with the last-minute caution, he did go on to credit Denny Hamlin, who did manage to come out ahead and win the race. What a lot of people don't know is that Denny Hamlin's pit crew used to be Martin Truex's pit crew a few years back. At the time, they were still learning and were still making mistakes during the pit stops. Now they seem to have learned from their time with Martin Truex and are now performing at their best for Denny Hamlin. That single pit stop completely changed the result of the race. Given that Joe Gibbs decided to give Denny Martin's pit crew when they got better, it's not difficult to suspect that Denny Hamlin is Joe's favorite driver on the team. Denny Hamlin has been with Joe Gibbs Racing throughout his NASCAR career. There's no doubt a large sense of loyalty that goes both ways between Denny and the team. Denny has even taken on mentoring Joe's grandson, Ty, who's another driver for the JGR team. During an interview, Denny was asked about his relationship with the team owner, Joe Gibbs, and any possible tensions between them. "Oh man, there's been lots of times he's been really ticked off at me," Hamlin stated. "The lip starts quivering, but I'm trying to remember one in particular. But I know that we've had some knockdowns. Dragouts over some pit crew stuff at times, where, in that room of the competition meeting, I'll get pretty critical. And, he knows how hard they're working because he's out there during pit stop practice watching them. And he's sticking up for his guys, right? And so there's been times he's taken exception to me in some comments." In any high-pressure working relationship, there will be tensions between the team owner and driver. There will be times when the driver will be frustrated with the team for slow pit stops, improper training schedules, or any other disagreement. The secret is to understand things from both sides. Right now, although Denny has been frustrated with Joe, he has made sure to give him the respect he deserves as a successful team owner. When asked about his current relationship with Joe, Denny said, "It's good. I've, kind of taken Ty Gibbs under my wing. I'd say that, as a mentor, I'm probably more of a mentor to Ty than any of the other Gibbs drivers. We travel together, we do a lot of talking. He's obviously a young up-and-coming driver. But I know it's very important for Joe is Ty's success, and I think that, he really leans on me to be that, kind of adult figure for Ty here at this racetrack. Obviously, that family has gone through some tough times over the years, and so that's something that I definitely take very seriously is that, this is a kid that's going to be in a sport for a very long time. He's going to lead the legacy of Joe Gibbs Racing as a driver for many, many years. What can I do to help him? And knowing that one day, when I turn on the keys, my team will be competing against them. It's my job to give back to the Gibbs family because they've been so good to me over the course of my career. They're the ones that took a chance on me. I mean, I had nothing when I came in and signed with Joe Gibbs Racing. They believed in me and my ability, and they stuck it out with me when things weren't all that great at times. So it's a family. I always thought that, while my dad never really traveled that much anymore, Gibbs was my at-track family. And if I can be that for Ty and any of the other Gibbs families, and then that'd be great. Denny has now taken on mentoring Joe Gibbs' grandson, Ty Gibbs. Ty is still a young driver, still looking to make his name in NASCAR. Ty showed some success in the Xfinity Series where he won 7 races and the championship in 2022. As of now, he has yet to win a race in the Cup Series. However, he is just 21 years old and will have plenty of time to learn from Denny. He'll be hoping to break the ice by getting his first Cup Series win in the coming races. Denny Hamlin has also started his own team in NASCAR. He's partnered with NBA Hall of Famer Michael Jordan to start the 2311 Racing. The team currently employs 2 drivers, Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick. Despite having his own team, Denny has chosen to stay with Joe Gibbs Racing, as he is happy where he is at the moment. Joe Gibbs Racing is a team that has already grown. Denny also grew along with the team since the beginning. Due to this, Denny has an unwavering loyalty to the team. Denny Hamlin signed a new contract extension with the team in 2023. Although the exact duration of the contract was not mentioned, it is said to be a multi-year deal, which should ideally secure Denny's position for the next 2 to 3 years. Despite winning 53 Cup Series races, he's not won the championship. But there's no doubt that he is one of the favorites to do it this year. So far, he has 2 race wins and has already qualified for the playoffs. The only question is if he can continue this form into the playoffs. He's had difficulties in doing so in the past years, but there are still 19 more races to go in the regular season. So let's see how Hamlin retains his form this year. Do you think Denny Hamlin can go on and win the NASCAR Cup Series this year? Post your thoughts in the comments section below.